Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a pretty cool package to unbox for you. So this comes by way of Sherif Manganas. So we have the Manganas steel Caimano in here. This is a prototype. So he has a pre-order coming up. I believe he's announcing stuff around or after Blade Show. And luckily I didn't show anything there, so let me unboxing it with one of my knives, the Divo Knives Mash. This is a V2. He packaged this very, very well. It's got my info on it, okay? I think he was going to send me some kind of info card. I don't even know where to start with opening this. It's like taped in all the areas. I just don't know what to do. It's got this tape covering the stuff I would normally indicate how to open with. So we're gonna find out how to get into this, or I'm just gonna cut into a spot I shouldn't. Okay, let me cut this spot. I think I figured it out. Took me a second. Don't ever cut towards yourselves. If you guys know, you know that. All right. You want to open now? All right, I'll rip you then. All right, sorry guys. There it is. So we have the normal Kaiser trimmings, but this one has Manganas on it. So it also has Manganas right here. Really cool. If you guys don't know Sherif, Sherif is a knife designer. He also has a YouTube channel, The Real Sherif M. Go check it out. I'm going to link it down below. And he started a company, Manganas Steel. And I believe he originally started by licensing designs. So he has some designs with Kubi. He has some designs with Kaiser. Those are the two I know of. I might be misremembering something. And then he wanted to, launch a knife under his own brand. And I think he's going to be doing a pre-order for it. And that's coming up. And he offered to send me a prototype to check out. So that is what we are doing here. So it's your normal Kaiser packaging, essentially. But it has his info all over it. So that's cool. The first thing I want to note, just so it's on camera, is there's a scratch right here. That is not from me, obviously, because it was there. So, Sherif, don't come after me, brah. Let's see if it comes off now. I think that is an actual scratch. So, just want to note that. Obviously, your knife wouldn't come with that. Dead nut centered. It has a good weight to it. So, got a little heft, but it's not like hefty, considering the size of the knife, right? We have some Purple Haze fat carbon, which is nice. It's got a little milling to it. I don't think it's contoured, but it's got some milling to it. The scales feel flat, but then you have these milled or contoured edges, which is nice. You have this backspacer that looks like it comes up just a little bit. Kind of reminds me of a Evo backspacer, CKF. Evo backspacer, where it's got that gear pattern or frag pattern, and then it's raised up slightly from the scale. We have a titanium clip. This has a dark oxide blast, which actually looks just like a Jack Wolf. So, hint, hint. Is Kaiser doing Jack Wolves? That would be a twist, wouldn't it? So you have the pivot right here. I've not seen any branding yet. I like. You have a steel insert, obviously here. It looks like a T6 on that, which is fine with me. And then you have T8 here and here. And you do have T6 on the clip screws. I'd love to see that be a T8, especially since this is going to be reversible, it looks like. It does seem like there's a cutout into the scale. So I'm not sure how he's achieving the reversible clip. I mean, I hope it's reversible. It looks like it. We'd have to take it off, but I'm going to ask before I do anything like that. We have jimping up here. We got a poon, obviously. You guys know I'm a poon guy. Shall we feel the detent? Shall we? So I'm not feeling any play in that detent. Feels good. That jimping is grippy. Okay. The knife has released itself. Let me do that again. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I kind of was doing this and it came out. If you give it the old Dirk warning, it does fly up. But if you just put pressure on it, can you feel it? No, it fires. You have a compound grind, so we have a hollow back here, flat up here, think Chavez, something like that. And then you have some crazy lines in that blade. Look at the swedging all over the place. The first thing that stands out to me that I would want to be different, and this is a personal thing, is I would want this to be a belt satin. I would want, let me see, yes, here. This is what I would want on that. Vertical belt satin on the main bevel, and then a horizontal on the flats, where this has that bead blast up there. Let me see. Oh, my Buzz should have it. The Divo Buzz. So picture that, right? Beautiful belt satin, and then horizontal lines at the top here on the flats. That would set this off to another level, in my opinion. It's cool with the machine satin. I just would like a belt satin. I don't know if Kaiser does one. So I guess they, if they don't, then they didn't do this, because this has it. But yeah, would love to see a belt satin there. Very pokey. Very pokey. Sherif tends to have a tactical look to his knives, I think. He's always thinking about that Slurpee. You got to protect your Slurpee at 7-Eleven, and he always has that in mind in his designs. And yeah, this is a Slurpee Thief stopper right here. I have an excellent grip in this reverse grip. My thumb is landing perfectly on this geared backspacer, and it gets good grip with that. Very well thought out there. I get a little bit of grip on my thumb right here as well as I come down. And, hopefully that never is necessary, but if needed, you got it. Let's feel the ergos right-handed as you would, with the clip on that side. That feels pretty good. How do I put it? It's not thick. It's a wider handle than some. And then it's relatively thick there. So it fills your hand really well. It feels really good in the hand. Let me try it lefty. It's a little more natural for me. Yeah, that feels good. My hand wants to naturally kind of fall right here and have this spot with the jimping be locked in. And it looks like he put a little bit of a swell here. And that's really, really nice, actually. Initially, I thought this was for the flipper, which it is, I suppose. So you can push button easily, light switch easily, but you don't end up, getting any pressure right here. It just feels really good. You see those chamfers right there? That's really pronounced. That's really good detail. And then when you're gripping it like this, your thumb, it's just a perfect spot, dude. That's really good. Great design on that. Now, you cannot choke up, and that is, I love a knife I can choke up on. So, that's a personal preference. Not everybody has to have a choil. I'm a choil guy. So, for me, I wish I had a choil because the way this poon lands, too, this is really comfortable. This would be really comfortable like this. And honestly, I could use it like this. I'm not cutting myself. If I was doing light cutting or something, cardboard or something, I think I could pull this off. But I don't know how it would look aesthetically if he kind of had a choil going on here. That would be a new design, I guess, if he went with like, a choil instead of a flipper. That'd be interesting to see, like a Caimano 2 with that. But anyway, it has plenty of handle back here where you don't need to choke up. Like I have a full grip. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like if you look at the Pony Stout, right? This is not enough handle for me. For some people it might be. But we fully intend you to choke up on this, and that's where you land right in that poon, and you're just like, bam, right? But when a knife has a big enough handle, you don't really need to, you know, you can kind of just do this, pinch grip it, whatever. I'm going to shut up now. Okay, so obviously we see this hole, and that detent was really crispy for the flipper. Oh, shit. Lefty? Oh, shit. Good release. Look at that action, dude. Let me see, is there any play? We got a little bit of side to side. Let me just see. Is it a T8? Hopefully he doesn't mind if I just tighten this up. I think it's a T8. Let me just be sure it's not a T10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a T8. Unless it's a 9, but that would be weird. Yeah, so it tightened down a little bit. Whoop. No play. Yeah. This is well made by Kaiser. Honestly, it doesn't really feel like a Kaiser. Now, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, Kaiser makes good knives. But this really does feel like something you would get from a Best Tech project. You know, we all know Best Tech doesn't make their own knives, but you get the point when I say Best Tech. Or, you know, I wouldn't go quite to Riot level just because of that machine satin. But the finishing, you know, these transitions are very good. Man, these OEMs are just getting so good. There's no transition there. And I gotta say, I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is probably the best I've seen a bolster lock implemented, because let me show you. It's partly designed by Sherif and partly Kaiser with their execution. If you look at, and I'm going to pull out another one of my knives. This is the Stout. This one's done by Best Tech. Okay, so we have really similar builds. Again, you have that belt satin and then the horizontal. That would just look so good on that. But anyway, looking at the bolster lock area, this is what I wanted to point out. One, I love this dark aluminum oxide blast, but look how the execution of this area is done. Okay, so on this one, you have a straight line here. That's just how we designed the knife. So this corner right here is a little bit sharp. You have a little bit of an edge there. And that's always something, you know, when we do projects, we're always going to tell the OEM, please knock that down, right? And, you know, they might. Here's the OG Stout from QSP. We asked them to do that. You still have a little bit of a corner there. It's not bad, but you still have a little bit of that corner there. The way he designed this was with this sort of coffin shape right here, right? So it comes down to a very acute end right here, and you just don't have a lot of overhang. And then what does overhang is really nicely knocked down. Yeah, this is one of the best implementations of a bolster lock I've seen, and that includes Riot. I mean, if you look at the GOM or I don't know, I'm trying to think of other ones, like the Aloni Goat maybe had a inlay or a bolster lock like that, and they just tend to have these sharp corners. This is beautiful. This is really well done, guys. Yeah, Caimano. Look at that lock bar access. Holy shit, right? It ties in with that backspacer. Just beautiful. I mean, it really is. It's fabulous. Thumb flick? Yep. That D10 is stiff, and I love it. I love it. I mean, it's crispy on every deployment. If you want it to not be as strong, you just hit it from the bottom. Hit it from the bottom of the hole. It's not going to, you know, rip your finger off. If you hit it at the top, you know, it's a little stronger, which is fine. That's how I like it. And then, yeah, kicks really well. Let's look at the sharpening issues, or sharpening situation I meant. You can see where the plunger on ends, basically right there. So you're going to have a ass ton of area to sharpen. It looks like right there. So that's a good amount of space there before the edge starts. So I think they did a great job with that sharpening choil. That's one of the benefits of not having a finger choil. This is really nice, guys. And the only marking I can find is this Manganas steel logo right there on the blade. So extremely well done. The backspacer is rounding down here really nice. You see the centering is a little off now that I tightened it. That might be why it was slightly loose so that it would be centered. Makes sense. That's something he can tell them in production to make sure they focus on. Look at that. I just think that's beautiful. No sharp spots, nothing like that. Just wraps around perfectly. Now you do end up, you get a little bit, you don't really have handle much. That's really good actually. Clip. Yeah, I'd say the clip is really the only thing that's not like detailed, if that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with it. And, maybe he went with this straight sort of just rectangular clip to tie in with the blade or something. I don't know. I don't have that artistic eye. But I do feel like it's the one part of the knife that he didn't put like details into, if that makes sense. And I wonder if it would look cool if the clip was gear patterned like this. Like if it had that frag pattern along it, would that look crazy? Or I don't know. But just a thought there. This is really cool. Yeah, I'm really glad he sent this to me. He asked if I want to check it out before Blade Show, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. So let's get some quick specs on it, because I don't know if I'm going to do another video, just because I've literally babbled for 15 minutes about this thing already. And I want to make sure he gets it back for Blade Show. I asked him to come on the live stream tomorrow. Tonight is Friday, the 19th of May. And I was hoping he could come on tomorrow, the 20th, with me and Javon, Saturday night, and shoot the shit about this. But, late notice. I don't know if he'll be able to do it, obviously. So, if we go from the front of the blade here to the handle, we're looking at over 3 1/4. 3 3/4, sorry. Over 3 3/4. And you have a little over 3 3/4 of, oh no, I'm sorry. You're right at 3 3/4 blade length. And almost 3 3/4 cutting edge. Sorry, I was a little bit off there. So it's a big boy. I mean, it doesn't feel like it though. I'll say that. Let me back that up to the handle. You're looking at a little less than 5 inches on the handle. So action is really good. Yeah. Very well done. I love the details on it. I really do. These gears, or whatever you call them, frag pattern, I don't know. They're a little sharp in here. I don't know if they're meant to be that way. I like it in this reverse grip because it locks me in. And I don't think it bothers me otherwise, so it doesn't matter to me. This is so cool. I love that detail. You have plenty of room to get in there. Lock up. Nice. I see no issues with that. A little bit of juice on there. So I'm getting a little bit of grab, but I don't think it's like stick. It's just grab. Yeah, that's going to go away just because there's oil on there. And you have a lock bar insert in there, obviously, so you're on steel, which is nice. I don't know the details on this knife. So that's the one thing I don't have right now. I know he was going to get me some info. And whatever I can get, I'll put down in the description, I think. I'll try. So I don't know what the steel's going to be. I would assume it's going to be S35, maybe M390. And obviously you have titanium, fat carbon, all that good stuff. So what's the price going to be? I don't know. It depends on what Kaiser charges for this build quality, because this is, top of the line style build quality. This is what you get, from a premium Best Tech build like that Stout V2 I showed you. That knife, with Van X is going to be around $375. You know, I'm guessing Kaiser can do it for less. So we'll see what the price comes out to. And depending on what he chose for blade steel and finishes, you know, he could be trying to make it more affordable or not. I don't know. I think either way, this is a ridiculously good first offering from a boutique brand, which is what this is. And shout out to Sherif, dude. You killed it, man. I'm really proud of you. I'm happy for you. And yeah, the Caimano, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Are you going to pick one up when they come up on pre-order? I wonder what the other versions are. I mean, it's very exciting. Very exciting. And I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Love you. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.